Look at you. Just so y'all
Hi.
know, this is going to be recorded. So, just letting you know if you can't stay for the whole thing, I encourage you to do that. But if you can't stay for the whole thing, it'll be recorded and we will be having it on different forms, and we'll let you know at the end of this particular time together. So without further ado, I am so happy to see you.
Oh my God. Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Look at you. I mean, she's literally out of, look at her. She's literally joining us from space, okay? Where the air is clean from Corona. Oh no, that's right, girl.
That's right.
No, but I got some questions for you. So I am excited to ask these things and hear your responses. I know everybody are eager to know what your experience was like, both your, growing up experience and your experience on Legendary. So let's get to it, honey. Let's get to it.
Let's go.
So would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself and some of your background?
Okay, well, everyone knows my name is Eyricka Lanvin. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I'm 34 years old. I've been trans since 2005. I started my transition. I came out to my family in 2001. I was about 14 years old. And I'm here. I've been through lots and lots of ups and downs throughout my life. And I'm still pushing and I'm still going and I'm still here. And I'm here to give y'all all that y'all want.
Give it to us, honey. Give it to us. Our next question is, what do you think about the importance of building communities like houses for the LGBT plus community?
Well, it's very important to pick your own chosen family. Why is it important? It's important because when young LGBTQI plus people come out, a lot of people is like disowned from their biological family. So when you find that chosen family, the family that you pick, the family that you feel like is the place for you, it's very important because they can keep you on top of things that you need to be on top of, because a lot of young children come out nowadays. Well, this has been going on since the beginning of time. Children come out and they lost. So they start things that they see other people doing just for a quick buck or just to survive, for survival. So it's great to always have a chosen family.
They do take care of you for sure.
Yes,
the right one.
The right family, because you can have the family that's just a family just for a look, like, oh, she's pretty, I want her a part of my family. That's not the family you want to go to. You want to go to the family that genuinely loves you and cares for you
and sees beyond that beauty or what you can provide for them.
That's right.
That's a lesson, honey. That's a word. Okay, for all those who are looking for houses or wanting to pick these popular houses because of just their popularity, think about that, because you want to be supported, you want to be loved, you want to be accepted, but most of all, you want to be nurtured. That's what families do. Families nurture you, especially the chosen ones, y'all.
That's right. That's right. You must have a family that cares about your well-being, not a family that's only there because you're going to win a trophy for them. Because you have lots of families like that out here. And you just gotta know, you gotta get to know these people first before you go and say, I'm a part of this family. Build a relationship with them, become friends first, and then you be able to decide whether this is the family for me. Don't let them decide for you, because they do that.
Come on, word. How did you join your house and become the mother, of that house? Like, did it take a little time? Did you start it? What was that process like?
Actually, Lanvin is not my first house. I've been in other houses. This is why I'm saying, when you choose your family, make sure you choose the right family, because you'll just keep going from place to place, place to place. Wherever you lay your purse will be your home. and that's not the way to go. Lanvin, Lanvin was actually like my fourth house I've been in throughout my whole career. I was brought into the house of Lanvin. Lanvin was already a foundation before I got there. They already had their foundation. I was really close friends. I built relationships with a lot of people in the house of Lanvin. And I felt like, okay, this is where I should have been. This is where my friends and my family, my gay family is. Why am I not in this house? So when I was ready to go over, I went over to the House of Lanvin. They welcomed me with open arms. Everybody was super excited that I was there, you know, because they always was telling me, you should be here, you should be here, you should be here. This is where your friends at, this is where your family at. So when I got there, they welcomed me with open arms, and here I am today.
Mother. Yes, we love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. Okay, so speaking about your time, right? You've done some categories. You walked a couple. You know, you won a couple or 100 or whatever. What is your all category?
I'm a seasoned woman, honey. I've been here and I've been doing this for a long time. I say about 19 years now. Because I came out in 2001. I'm a seasoned girl. I mean, no bags, no lines, but I'm still fresh. But I started off walking butch queen and drag realness. This is before I started my transition. I started off walking butch queen and drag realness for a few years. Then I transitioned on over to femme queen realness. This is when I started my transition. I was just a junior femme queen. I was in the beginning stages, but I was walking femme queen realness. Later on, after that, I say in about 2000, to be exact, it was 2006, the first time I walked the femme queen face category. And people always told me, Eyricka, you should walk face. You need to walk face. You need to walk face. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. And I'm like, well, the face girls is just so advanced. I'm new. I'm brand new. Like, I'm not as advanced as them. So when I finally got up the courage to do it, I walked the category that very first night back in 2006. And it's been on from there. I've been walking face from that time all the way up into 2018. 2018, recently, I just stopped walking face. I was deemed legendary. So now I'm legendary for this category. So now I'm like, okay, it's time for me to move on to something new. This is when I started walking the fashion categories now, because I've always been known for my style. That's one thing, like I sleep in high fashion. So I've always been known for my style. People always say, Eyricka, walk fashion, walk fashion, you walk face, you got your name for face, walk fashion, walk fashion. And I got up the courage to do that back in 2018? Yes, 2018 at the Mugler Ball, the House of Mugler Ball. I walked fashion for the first time. I did amazing. And that's the category I'm going to continue walking. I may play with legendary face here and there, but fashion is, I mean, I just breathe fashion.
Ooh, I love it. I absolutely love it. What has been your best outfit, like, to wear?
Say that again?
Your best outfit.
My best outfit, see, I have like a street style to me. I'm very a street style type of girl. I'm not a girly girl, the typical girl, the heels. I mean, I do it, but that's not my most comfortable style. My most comfortable style is a street style. I like a pair of sneakers and a comfortable sweatsuit. And I like to wear baseball caps.
Come on.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Do you have a memorable, like, you were walking in fashion that you were just like, oh my God, I know. I mean, because I know you look good in all the things, right? But there was that one that you was like, bitch, you can't tell me nothing.
Yes, actually, it was at the Miyake Mugler Ball, the very first night I walked. I was just done in head to toe designer pieces. Like I had on this Richard Quinn by Montclair two-piece suit with the overcoat to go with it. It was all these different colors. It mirrored the rainbow. I was feeling gay. I was feeling happy. I was feeling like the girl. And I was just like so in it that night. I just knew like I looked good. I felt like I looked good. And no bitch can say, can I say that?
Girl,
And
yes.
nobody, okay, and nobody was ready to sit with me. So that was my most memorable night.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love it. Okay, what was the theme of that night? Do you remember?
It was porcelain. The ball was actually called porcelain ball. The category I walked was high fashion streetwear, prints, and more prints. So they wanted all the designers' prints all over the look. And my print was it was like zebra stripes with the rainbow Montclair written all over it. It was gorgeous. And I also had a big emoji hat on by Issey Miyake, and the hat said, "Wow." It was over.
Oh, yes. So be over for that. I'm gonna come over there and borrow that. I hope you still got it, honey. Okay.
Yes, I do. Come on over, honey.
I'm on my way. Yes. Okay, so what is it like, or what was it, has it been like with national exposure from Legendary?
Oh my God. On Legendary, after Legendary, I mean, I didn't think it was gonna be so big because I mean, I knew like the community was gonna watch it. In the community, I'm known in the community, so I'm like, okay, the people are gonna see me. It's gonna be like a regular day. But actually, everybody watched it. It was so mainstream. Like I go to the mall and people like, that's Motherland Then. That's Eyricka. Oh my God, it's crazy. I'd be overwhelmed, but I love it. I love taking pictures with my peoples that notice me. And I've gotten into Ubers. And one Uber driver turned around to me and said, I seen you on Legendary. You did good. You should have won. I could not believe. I'm like, I asked him, I said, what you doing watching Legendary? He said, it's TV, right?
Get him, girl. So the Uber drivers noticing her too. You know, that's the kind of status I want to be on, honey.
But one moment that touched my heart dearly, like, and I'm gonna always remember this. I was in Brooklyn, and it was the summertime, right after filming, right after it aired on television. I'm walking down Fulton Street in Brooklyn, and this child. He had to be no older than 10 years old, and he's standing outside in front of a store, and he's with his mom, who I didn't even notice. The little boy starts screaming and hollering, and he's in tears. He's literally crying, and his mother's looking like, "What's wrong with you?" And he points at me like, "I seen her on TV. I seen her on TV." And his mother looks at me like, "Who are you?" So I'm like, oh, I just gave the little boy a hug, and I took a picture with him. But it just touched me because he was so young, and I'm like, I touched this child. Like, I inspired this child in some type of way to make him come to tears. It was amazing. It was beautiful.
I think that it's that moment that we have with ourselves, because, you know, at the end of the day, we do what we do in terms of performance and all that because we get, you know, so much out of that. We get so high off of that. We get to connect with people and provide spaces for people to literally stop whatever the world is giving to them at that moment to focus on something as legendary as yourself, but as like beautiful as somebody living out their dream right in front of them.
Yeah,
right. And
it's
so
a beautiful thing.
Yeah, just be inspired by that. Like, that's a beautiful story. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful story.
That is one that I'm going to remember that forever. That's one I just love it. It was just so touching to see this child, and he's screaming and hollering, and to the point where I looked at him like, boy, you better stop putting on this performance out here in the street, you know? But it was so real. It was so real and beautiful.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Do you think that your time legendary like hurt the ballroom culture, or like really allow people to open their eyes to it?
I feel like in the beginning, I'm gonna be honest, in the beginning, I was like, okay, they're commercializing the ballroom culture because it's not really how ballroom go. But on the flip side, I feel like it was a good thing to put Legendary on television, to actually open it up to the mainstream and show them how we get prepared for these balls, what we do leading up into these balls, and how much time and energy that goes into getting ready for these balls. Like, a ball is just not a bunch of queens in a basement jumping around and slamming on the floor. A ball is really a real thing. It's a real thing. So I think by them putting it on TV on HBO Max, it actually was a good thing. It showed the people. I know a lot of straight people that watched it. Even my family watched the show, and they understand the ballroom now. Even though they love everything that I do from day one. I was fortunate to come from a very welcoming family. But once they've never been to the ballroom, but once they've seen it on TV and they see what I'm into and what it is that I do and I put all my time into, they was like, oh, wow, I want to go to a ball. I want to come to a ball now.
Oh, that makes me so happy. I love hearing stories about like supportive families too, because I think so often we hear a very common experience, people not supporting folks that are LGBT. It's refreshing to hear we're supporting you along the way, and that's also a narrative out there and could be people's like experience as well. So thank you for sharing that, for sure. Not all family members are out to get you.
Yes, it's very common. It's very common in this lifestyle for your family to just say, baby, take that over there. I don't want that here, you know? So I was blessed to have such a open-minded family.
Thank you so much for that, for sure. Would you mind telling us about your incarceration and all of that jets?
Yes.
You and they be like, oh my God, they can never happen. Or
this right here is this topic, this story. This is my story. This is my truth. Okay, my time incarcerated. I got arrested and I went to prison in 2015. I was sentenced to 2 to 4 years in prison. Oh my God, I've never been in prison. So I'm like 2 to 4 years. From the time the judge told me how long I was gonna do, I said to myself, girl, you can't do that. You can't do that. Something, you're gonna have to like just end it. You can't do it. I can't do it. But I got the strength. I said, listen, you're strong. You've been everywhere. Like, you survived. Like, you're a survivor. So go and do your time and get it over with. But I went there and it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. You know, I'm trans. I look very feminine. When the trans women go to prison, the officers, they try their hardest to strip you of anything feminine. You know, they want to shave your hair. They want to put you in the biggest uniforms, like the oversized uniforms falling off your body. And I was fine with them wanting to shave my hair because I shave my own hair. You know, I like to wear my hair low and short. But they give you the oversized uniforms. They didn't want to supply me any bras. As everybody can see, I am voluptuous. They didn't want to supply me with any undergarments. Another thing, they put me in a housing area, which is the dormitory where I'll be living out my 2 to 4 years there. This dormitory was filled with 60 other inmates, 60 men. One of me in a dorm with 60 men, not a good thing. I have to shower with these men. I have to eat with these men. I have to wait on lines with these men to use the phones. There's no privacy at all. And it's like the inmates there, they're not sure of themselves. So when they see me, they cause any type of altercation with me just because of my presence, just because I'm there. And the officers didn't make it any better because they used to join in with the inmates to make situations with me. Like, I'm going to give you an example. One time we were going into the lunchroom to eat, and one of the officers was on the one of the horns, the blow horns, speaking, and he said, "Oh, it looks like he stole the basketballs from the gym," out loud, talking about my breast. And the inmates found that so funny. So that gave them the opportunity to want to talk about me and come for me. And I'm on my business. I don't want to have no type of conversations with these guys. But when he said it looked like he stole the basketballs from the gym, that gave them the leeway to want to do it. So that caused a big thing. Another thing, they don't want to give you your hormones the right way, you know. And you just gotta go and you gotta follow all their rules, or you'll be hurt, you'll be beaten, you'll be thrown inside solitary confinement, which that's what happened to me because I refused something one time. I was just fed up at this point. I was fed up. I said, listen, I don't want to be sleeping in this dormitory with 60 other men because an incident happened the other night. I was woken up out my sleep by one of the gang members here. And he told me, he waited to the middle of the night when all the lights was out, everybody was asleep. He came, tapped me, and said, meet him in the bathroom. And I'm like, what? I'm not meeting you in the bathroom. I'm not here for that, baby. So he got really mad and he told me he was gonna cut me. He told me he was gonna cut me. I got up. I'm like, listen, I asked the officer, I woke the officer up because the officer was sleeping. Woke him up and I said, I need to speak to the sergeant. I need to go send me to the sergeant. I need to speak to the sergeant. So he sends me to the sergeant and I tell the sergeant the story. And I say, I can't live there. I don't want to live there. The sergeant tells me, you're a man. You're going to live there. I'm a what? He said, you're a man. You're going to live there. So me and him got into this big argument, back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, listen, baby, you're going to respect me. My name is Eyricka. Call it how you see it. And I'm not going to live there because I'm in fear. I'm scared. This guy just threatened to cut me. So the sergeant got really fed up and he grabbed me, manhandled me, started hitting me, pushed me up against a brick wall on my breast implant. And that's how my right breast implant got ruptured. So from that situation right there, they said that I was refusing direct orders. So they ended up putting me in solitary confinement. They put me in the box. So I'm there and I'm like, I shouldn't be in the box. I didn't do anything wrong. Can I get pen and paper? I need to write home. I need to use the phone. I need to go to the hospital. I'm also asking them for medical attention because now at this point, I'm feeling my right breast swelling up really big. So I'm like, oh, they did something to my implant. Something is wrong. They refused me medical attention, but just so happened a child of God, one of the officers from the night shift, days later came in the middle of the night. He came to my cell. I happened to be woke. And I'm like, listen, I need pen and paper. And I need medical attention. He like, listen, I can't take you out the cell. I had a direct order to not take you out the cell. Don't send you to the medical because I guess they didn't want medical to know that they did that to me. But he said, listen, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to give you pen and paper and a stamp. Write a letter home and send it out. I did just that. I sent the letter to my gay mother, which is Kelly. Shout out to my mom, Kelly. I sent the letter to her. She got that letter. She put it all over social media. She made it a big thing. About a couple days later, five sergeants come to my cell with the internal affairs people, and they takes me out. Everybody wants to cater to me now. They're giving me bras. They want asking me, do you want to go to the hospital? They doing all of this because Kelly made it a big thing. So now they nervous, like, oh man, we done hurt this girl up in here. So they asked me, what do I want? What do I want? I said, I want to leave this prison. Send me somewhere closer to home because I was in Franklin Correctional Facility. That's about 12 hours away from the city. So I'm like, just send me to prison closer to home. And he said, okay, we'll do that for you. So they sent me to a prison closer to home, which was Woodburn Correctional Facility, which this prison was actually better. Prison is horrible, period. But it was better because they had a unit for alternative lifestyle people. So I wasn't the only person there. So, okay, I got to finish out my sentence there. I went home and that is behind me. I would never want a girl, anybody, period, especially a girl like myself, to ever end up in prison. It's not a place for us. They treat us like we are less than human. They don't understand anything. And it's not a good place.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Kelly. If you are watching from afar, on the side, on up or down, honey, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to Kelly, because if it wasn't for her, I would have probably been beaten and killed in there, because I knew my next move was going to be me going crazy with these people. Like, you know, I'm not going to just allow y'all to just treat me any type of way. But Kelly got that letter and she put it out there. It was to the point where like people like Janet Mock, Laverne Cox, all these people was retweeting and calling up to the prison, arguing for me. I was somebody at that time. So the officers, they noticing like, this is somebody. Like, this is not just like no bum off the street that's just in prison and don't have a life. You know, this is somebody. We have to do something about this. And my people, my community, they stood with me. They went to Albany and they protested outside of Albany. It was an amazing thing. It was a movement. Justice for Eyricka. And I got my justice, baby.
Ooh. Touching. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just can't stress enough what we said before about your family, your chosen family. That is that right there.
Prime example.
Right there alone.
Do the right chosen family, because some people will go to prison and try to get in touch with their chosen families, but those people are not answering the phones. They like, oh, that's a jail call. I'm not, because I've seen it done. It's a jail call. I'm not answering that right now. I don't have the money to pay for that call. Kelly always answered my calls. Kelly used to get on the bus and ride 12 hours. Come visit me. Not one time, not two times, several times. Kelly is a mom. Like, I just love her. I love her.
I love her too. Like, I'm like, Kelly, I'm on my way to your house too, okay? We need to have some dinner, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, just to like kind of relive that experience with us, thank you for having that energy, you know, around to tell that story and to be as fabulous as you are and still over there without a tear coming down that eye, honey.
I'm a strong girl, baby. I've seen it all. I've been through it all. I'm a strong girl. You hear me?
Yes.
Like, you know, you gotta live through things to even say you're strong. You know? If you haven't seen anything, baby, you still haven't seen anything, you know? You don't know what life is.
Amen. Okay, so would you mind telling us some message you have for the audience, you know, for those who may are coming to terms with their identity or transitioning now, like what advice do you have for them?
For anyone out there that's like coming to terms with being trans, I want you to know, follow your heart. Do what you feel is best for you. You will always got to live in your truth, because it's your truth and no one else's. And if you feel afraid or scared, because a lot of people are scared to take that transition. A lot of people are scared to do that. They say, okay, my family couldn't accept me being gay, but trans is a whole nother thing. But if that's you, mama or sir, do that. Do that. I'm telling you, it's a great experience. It's a great feeling when you are truly who you were destined to be, you know? And don't be anything other.
Exactly. the hardest things I believe for people is family. You know, just being able to not be accepted or nurtured, you know, considered in a family, and we weigh so much on their decisions and their lack of love that it holds us back even still, right? So like not only are we're not getting their love, we're not getting their attention, we're not getting their nourishment, and then when we want to push forward in our identity, still hold them as the
Up
permissions,
here. Yeah.
yeah, as a permission slip to be ourselves.
Yeah.
And so I just really want people, like somebody told me, give yourself permission. Have some permission slips in your back pocket if you need to, and give yourself permission to be you. Because
That's right.
what I found so like profound is when you do choose to embody you, everything else just kind of falls in line. Like the people
That's
that
right.
love you come into your life and they stay there. You don't have no drama around you unless you want that. You own your life, you own your decisions, you own your choices.
Right.
Every you get to wake up knowing that you have done all that you can do for your happiness and for your
That's
growth,
right.
for your love.
Because before then, you're not really living your life to its fullest. You're not. Once you come to terms with who you are and accept who you are and love who you are, that's your life right there. Everything else is going to fall in line.
It will. It will fall in line. If y'all don't hear anything out of that message, it will fall in line when you make the decision to be you.
That's right.
It will, for sure. Okay, so what do you think of the T relationship in the LGBT community? What do you think that the future of that relationship holds?
The T?
Yeah.
See, me, honestly, I feel like the T belongs there. I mean, it all falls under the same umbrella. The LGBTQI plus. It's so many letters now, but it all falls under the same umbrella of gay, homosexual. You know, the T belongs there. A lot of people say trans should not be in that lineup because trans are women. Everyone has their own opinions, but I, myself personally, I feel like the T belongs there because we are special women. And that whole umbrella, under that umbrella, is all special to me. So we belong there.
Y'all heard it here, y'all. We belong.
We belong, honey. Take your place.
I know we talked about this a little bit, and anything that you want to reiterate, you can go ahead and do that. But how important a role has chosen family played during your transition?
During my transition, chosen family played a big role because I came up and I was transitioning with, it's 7 of us. I have 7 really, really close friends. We call ourselves sisters. We've been friends for 20 years already. Still to this day, it's the same 7 of us. My sister Courtney, my sister Ayana, my sister Toya, my sister Kalisha, my sister Maisha, my sister Kayla, my sister Coco. It's 7 of us. We went through our transition together. And I feel like without those girls, I probably would have been lost, you know, because I'm the youngest out of all of us. And those girls guided me. They was learning themselves because we all around the same age. We all were starting at the same time. They were learning themselves, but they made sure, because I was a loose cannon. I was actually the wild one, but they kept me on point. They kept me in place. And without those girls, I don't even know if I would still be here, you know? So chosen family is a very important thing when you're going through transition, because that's your most sensitive time.
You're going through so much and processing so much and owning you, which takes a lot of energy and a lot of, you know, like back and forth, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
a whole lot of emotions to the point where people be like, I don't want to be around her, honey, because she is crazy. No, baby, I am trans. That's all it is. I'm not crazy.
I'm just going through. I'm going through the motions.
Going through it, baby.
You will see.
Yes.
Okay, what's next for you? What do you feel is next for you? I mean, you've been on a hit show. You've, you know, performed in so many balls, became legendary, are legendary, a living legend. You're 34 years young. Girl, what are you gonna do next?
I have so many plans. Like, I just want to do it all. But right now, I'm actually working on a merchandise line with clothing line. We're working on that right now. That'll be, everything will be set in stone by next spring. So that's one thing that I'm working on. I'm actually going to start doing more with styling celebrities. I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. Once this COVID thing is over with, everything is going to fall in line. That's my quote of the day. Everything will fall in line, baby. Yeah. Period. But I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff going on right now that I really can't speak about because, you know, people sign NDAs and things like that. But y'all gonna see a lot more of Mother.
Well, y'all gonna keep following, y'all. Keep following, keep watching, keep spying.
That's right.
All of those things on those social medias, for sure. Do you want to shout out any of those social medias for the folks comments?
Yes, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Eyricka, spelled EYRICKA_flawless. That's IG. That's Eyricka_flawless. Y'all can follow me on Facebook, which is Eyricka Chunley. Twitter, Mother Lanvin, and that's it.
See?
And the Mother is spelled MUVA, Mother.
Exactly. No, I love that so much. I so much. Okay, so we're gonna switch to some audience questions. Are you ready for these amazing questions that these have?
Yes. Come on, audience. These braids are
So I have one that says, how often does your house eat? Can you hear me?
Say that again.
How often does your house compete?
Every ball there is. The kids love the kids love to go to the balls. I'm the one that's like, I'm not going. But the kids love to go. They have so much energy. They want to go to every ball. So every ball that they're able to get to, they are going.
Who organizes those balls like within y'all house?
Well, the overall parents, my house have like a board team, and I'm not a part of the board, but we have a board team that just take care of all the business in the house.
All right.
Nothing goes on without going through them first.
I need to get myself a board. I'm doing everything myself. I got it all wrong.
Baby, you must have a team. You gotta have a team.
I gotta get me one, honey. Any other questions y'all have? Come on, put them in the room.
Put those questions in the room, honey. Mother's here.
Let me see. Somebody said trans are the pioneers that made it all happen.
That's right. It was Black and Latina trans women that started it all.
I'm looking at these questions. Do you have any advice about creating and recreating yourself?
Say that again.
Do you have advice on creating and recreating yourself?
Creating and recreating yourself. I mean, I need to know exactly what they mean because this, like, elaborate.
I need that too. So if you pose that question, go ahead and give us a little elaboration.
Yes, please, because I could take that so many different ways.
We were lucky to have your daughter come and give a little history lesson earlier this year. What's your favorite memory with your daughter?
Packrat? Oh my God, my favorite memory with Packrat is when she walked body on Legendary. Because when I tell you, that girl, she did not think that she had a beautiful body. And I would tell her every day, daughter, your body is lovely. Like, you are a beautiful Black woman. You can walk body. You can walk. She just did not believe in herself. And when she went out there and she walked that category, instead of us jumping for joy and saying, yes, Packrat, go, you're killing it. We were all back there boo-hoo crying because it was such an emotional thing for me and for my kids and I, like, because the way we had to like literally talk to Packrat every day, like, and let her know, you are beautiful. You can do it. You can do it. We telling you you're beautiful, go ahead out there. Trust your family. And she trusted her family and she went out there, she walked that body category and she won $5,000 doing it.
Yeah.
So that's memory of Packrat. And overall, Packrat's a fabulous person. A fabulous girl. Love her.
Ooh. Oh. That is so nice to hear your mom talk about it. So if you are in here, Packrat girl, you heard it. If you ever doubt it, which I know you don't, because this one is a fabulous, amazing human being. So I'm sure you hear this a lot. But yes, whoa,
I make sure I tell her all the time, any chance I get, baby, it's body, you're beautiful.
Now that's a mother, right? That's a mother. So what does a person need to start teaching Vogue?
Well, first you need to know how to Vogue.
Ooh.
But that's true. First you need to know how to Vogue. You have to know learn the culture first. Learn where the Vogue come from. Learn where it was originated and who originated it. Learn the all the ins and outs of Vogue. You just cannot go online and look at a few Vogue classes online and think that you're gonna learn how to Vogue. You gotta really feel it. Go to a ball. Go sit up at a ball once or twice and watch and sit and observe. Then, I mean, because you gotta feel it. You gotta feel Vogue, like, because Vogue is the mother of ballroom. Everything is centered around Vogue, and yeah.
Speaking of the mother of ballroom,
when I say Vogue is the mother of ballroom, because that's the most celebrated category in the ballroom. That's the most celebrated category. You see, we have people from all these other countries learning how to Vogue. They're not learning how to walk stage, or they're not learning how to walk runway. They want to Vogue. Everyone wants to Vogue. So, Vogue is the most celebrated, and it's always been like that since the beginning of time. Vogue was always the most celebrated category.
And all the rest of them came in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's for sure. What does it mean to you to be a mother of a house?
What does it mean? Well, to be a mother of a house, to me, it means just to be a nurturer. You got to lead. I like to lead. So you have to be a leader. That's number one. You have to be a nurturer. That's the most important thing. And that's how you will run a successful house.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, most house parents are friends with their children. Yes, I'm friends with my children. You have to be friends. Don't lead it with a dictatorship. Don't, like, you can just scream and shout at people because you're the parent. No, baby, we are all equal. And yes, I am your mother, but I'm gonna talk to you like we're equal, And that's what makes me successful with the children.
There we go. Somebody in here is a designer, and they said, "Do you need a pattern maker?"
Did you get my Instagram? If you didn't, it's Eyricka, EYRICKA_flawless. DM me, honey. We'll talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's make something happen, honey.
So is there a lot of pressure being a house mother? And if so, how do you take care of yourself?
Yes and no. I mean, you have house mothers where, they are just thrown into being a house mother just because they're beautiful and they can go win a trophy, but they not really a mother figure. You feel me? And then you have the mother figures. So yes, there is pressure for the mother figures, so the ones that's really mothers to their children. It is pressure because you worry about the children. Most of the mothers are usually the elders in the house. So with that being said, you want to lead your children in the right direction. You don't want them to do things that you've seen happen or done in this community, because like I said earlier, children will get caught up so fast and so easily just to fit in. And yes, it can be a lot of pressure because you worry a lot.
Mm-hmm. What is your
But that's
favorite?
the mothers that care that worries a lot.
There we go. Say that one more time for the people, please.
That's the moms that care that worries a lot.
Mm-hmm. Sha-na-na-na-na. What was your favorite part about working on Pose?
My favorite part?
Mm-hmm.
The wardrobe.
I knew it.
I enjoyed the wardrobe room. Oh my God. Every time my house went into wardrobe, my day was just brighten up, because I would be so pissed off because I'm not a vulgar, I'm not a dancer, I'm a beauty fashion girl. But I was on Legendary and they were making me Vogue and Walk Runway and all these other categories, pose, and more pose. And I used to be so stressed. And my children used to be like, Mom, you could do it. You could do it. Because my children is natural born dancers. Mm-hmm. They are all that's what they do. They eat, sleep, and shit, dance, you know? And they used to be like, Mom, we're going to make this choreography so easy for you. But we don't want to make things easy for you because we know you could do it. You're a queen, honey. Yeah, my favorite part of Legendary was dressing up in all those fabulous costumes designed by Johnny.
Something?
Huh?
Let you keep at least one garment or something? Girl, did you get
I did keep one look, but the look that I kept was one of the most corniest looks I had, because all the other looks I had, they actually were sending out to a museum. They were sending these looks out. And all my looks were so over the top. They was like, well, you should know that all your looks are going. You can't keep any of yours. But working with Johnny Wujek and Eric Archibald, amazing. Those are some fabulous, fabulous stylists. And I had so much fun in the wardrobe room.
That's awesome. Well, at least you can say that you wore something that's in the museum now.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, wait, that's awesome. Okay, so what advice do you have for other trans people who are slowly becoming parents of newly out trans people?
What advice do I have for new parents to new trans people? Well, if y'all both new, y'all both are going to go through a whole bunch of experiences and life experiences and lessons together, because y'all both new and y'all both are still learning. So that should be interesting. I say, as long as y'all hold each other down, you have her back, she have your back, y'all should be good. Y'all will be good. Y'all will be great, actually. Keep an eye out on each other. Tell each other, that's not what we're going to do. That's it.
They say that they oftentimes feel like they look to them for answers. But I get also trying to figure out life as I go. But I want to set a good example for them. So that was just something that they added to that question. Okay. So do you feel that way sometimes too? Or have you felt that way?
Yes, because my children is always coming to me for answers. And I only want to give them the best answers. I only want to give them the truth of everything. I don't want to sugarcoat nothing. So that's something you shouldn't do with your new daughters. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Give them the truth. Give them the real. That's the only way a young girl will learn, if she hear the truth.
Mm-hmm. Give the truth. Let them discover that truth and let them live and experience that truth.
That's right. That's right.
With along that truth, right? And just keep it going, because I think so many people. I mean, and I'm not gonna say like a good mother, bad mother thing, but the way that I handle my children is that I let them. It's like they try things, and I want them to try and try and try. Yeah. And I would say, yeah, I wouldn't do that because of this, and this is the experience that I have. But I really have your own experience, and
because you have to let definitely, because you have to let the children go through their own experiences and just learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're gonna always be there to tell them, I don't think you should do that. I mean, I wouldn't do it that way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gonna do what they want to do anyway, you know. So I feel like I like to let my children, okay, that's what you're gonna do. I don't want you to do it, but you'll see. I always like to say, I told you so. I love saying, I told you so. Yeah. And they come back like, Mom, I should have listened to you. Yeah, I told you so.
Mm-hmm. No, I do enjoy having my babies learn. I always tell them that we don't fail in our lives. Like, oh, you don't fail in this house, in this family. We don't fail. We get feedback.
That's right.
That's what we get. We don't fail. We get feedback.
I like that.
When you get feedback, right, in your life, then you chance to correct. You get the chance to shape. You get the chance to redirect. You know, you get the chance to do all of that when you get the feedback. But we don't do failure in this house.
That's right. I love that. I love that. I love that.
You get feedback. That's all we're gonna give. That's all you got. That's all you got to receive.
That's all you should be looking forward to. That feedback, baby.
Yeah, but I always ask them, like, so what was the feedback? What did you learn from that? You know?
I love it. I love it.
So was there a moment in your career or life where you felt you exactly where you should be?
I always feel like I'm exactly what I should be. I am proud of the woman I am today. Like I said before, I had to go through many ups and downs, many obstacles in my life to get to where I'm at today. And I am so proud of who I am today, the woman I am. Mm. I want to pat myself on the back for that one.
Bro, can I do that too? I got you. Okay, for our last question, how has ballroom changed for your earliest experience until now?
Well, my earliest experiences with ballroom was like a little all over the place because I was so young. I told you I was so young. I came out at 14. I was so young. I was just a child. So I wanted to be in everything. That's why I said I was in many different houses because I was so young. I was a child. Whatever clique I hang out with, I'm going to their house now. So now I feel like I'm an adult. I'm a grown woman now. I've seen a lot. I've saw, and I've conquered. Mm-hmm. So I now ballroom today for me, it's amazing. It's amazing because I get to lead now. I'm not following anymore like that little 14-year-old child. I'm leading now.
Mm-hmm. Sweet spot to be in. What a sweet spot to be in. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh wait, I do have, that reminds me of you. Okay, I like this question. This is gonna be the last one, y'all. Any media, books, TV shows, or songs or podcasts that reminds you of your power? Do you listen to some music or watch a TV show?
Oh my God, I am such a ratchet girl. So I watch Power. I watch a lot of Power. I like a lot of reality TV. I'm a ratchet girl. I may look a little preserved, a little preserved, but I'm a ratchet girl. Like I like reality TV. Love and hip hop, honey. Watch Love and Hip Hop. Period.
She said it will remind you real quick.
Let me remind y'all.
You don't have that drama in your life, but you can definitely watch it and
watch it. I love to watch it because it's entertaining. Mm-hmm. I love to watch it. It's entertaining. Mm-hmm. But for music, if you guys know Chloe X Hailey, that's Beyonce. That's Beyonce's group. I am in love with those little girls.
Me too. The song that has literally been on my my phone and on my speakers is what is it?
Do it.
Jesus. No, it's the Don't Make It Harder on Me.
Love that.
Yes.
I love that. Oh my God. Their album is on repeat. I play that album almost every day.
Yes, I do too. I'll run to it. I mean, like,
yes.
I cool down to it. Like today, I was getting it. I was getting it.
Love it. I love it.
No, I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
My best homegirl that I never met in person, but I'm happy that I met on virtual.
I'm so happy to meet you guys. Thank you for having me. Like, I had a great time chatting with you, you know?
I had a good time chatting with you too. In the comments, y'all, did y'all have a good time? Did y'all learn something? Put it in the comments. Let Eyricka see. Let her see.
I love y'all.
Oh,
love you
thank
guys.
you, thank you. You are amazing.
Y'all got me blushing. I'm like a little girl now.
Church was there, honey. So honored.
Oh my God. This was amazing.
We were so happy to be in your presence. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Dwayne.
I can't wait to see you in person one of these days. We're gonna bump each other somehow, some way.
Where are you from?
I'm from I'm from Milwaukee.
Santa Barbara?
Yeah, but I moved to Santa Barbara, California, about 5 years ago. So if you ever in LA, honey.
I love LA. I'm always out there. I know you now, so we'll be linking.
Yes.
We will definitely be linking.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
yes.
All right. Well, that concludes our meeting time. I love you. Thank you so much all for watching and viewing. I hope that y'all do take some kind of seed to sow in your life, and in hopes that one day we will become legendary.
Period.
Storm. That's Eyricka, beautiful, beautiful friend. Thank you.
You guys. Thank you.